right, welcome back to Estonia, 1945, as the Soviets continue to chip away at the Narva bridgehead and the destruction of Army Group North. I believe that's all right. I'm not the ultimate expert on anything, but I know enough to be dangerous. Okay. Okay, so this is the battlefield coming up for the bolt action game. We'll go over some of the logistics of it all, but you can tell it's going to be urban warfare because I just basically there's no real benefit of going in them as far as I can tell. You just go into a building and then you just get incinerated the second you go in there. Will they change that in bolt action 3rd edition? I don't know. It could be realistic. I know I've never been inside of a building that hit by high explosives, but I'm sure it's no fun. Been in a few sprayed with bullets, but you know, heck, those weren't too bad. I kind of liked the buildings at that point, but no big 152 millimeter rounds or anything like that crashing into a building that I would happen to be occupying. I'm sure it wouldn't be a good time, and I'm sure the bolt action rules are probably right on target, but I don't know. We'll see. The point of the game, besides just having a good old time, will be for the Soviets to get to that bridge. You have to get one unit onto it before the end of the game. Scheduled for 6 turns. On turn 7, we'll roll a dice. 1, 2, or 3 of the game's over. 4, 5, or 6. We'll continue for a 7th turn. I'll just kind of represent the Germans trying to get their explosives all wired up and to blow the bridge up. There will be a little bit of an X factor into it, but you know, aim for 6 turns, baby, because you might not get there. We've got a 10-foot by 7-foot battlefield. Got some trees, got some hills around the battlefield. Stone wall covering about half the town. Impassable river back here. Got some fields that'll slow movement and block terrain unless you're in them. And if you're in them, it'll be light cover. All the buildings are going to be hard cover. And I think that's it. Trees will be light cover behind them. You can, or if you're in them, you can basically see at them for free. We'll hopefully have tons of guys up in the buildings and stuff shooting out and having a good old time. I haven't pre-played this, haven't pre-measured it. I don't know if it's going to be a good scenario or not. The Germans, I think, are about just over 1,000 points, and the Soviets are closing in on 1,500. It's kind of where I was aiming at. It's an absolute nightmare. We'll just re-roll it, and maybe they can bring some mortars or something like that and amp up the attack, and then we'll go from there. Germans do have some hard defense along the river edges, just protecting them from taking their flanks. I just took some of my built up cover from some of my black powder stuff and just said they kind of fortified the end of these buildings down here just to protect their flanks and protect the bridge. But everything else is the roads are wide open. That's all they've been able to set up in their hasty defense of this hamlet as the Soviet war machine closes in on them. All right, we'll go over some forces, and I think that should be it. I want to get into it quick and start playing. Just using the reinforced platoon rules from the main rulebook. Of course, went to Easy Army, Bolt Action Easy Army, which is a phenomenal site. If you haven't seen that, please check it out. I bet that gentleman or lady that made that site is waiting in anticipation to see what Bolt Action 3rd edition is going to look like, so they can rework the entire site. At least I hope they do. Starting off, commanding this whole shabangy bang is a senior captain with two assistants. Then we have 2 officers commanding the 2 separate platoons. Veteran senior lieutenant and a regular junior lieutenant over here. Main squad, got my new guys, which I'm excited about. The assault engineers, you got a flamethrower, a bunch of SMGs, LMG. They got the body armor. I've never used that rule before, so they're veterans. They're going to be tough to kill. Got a regular SMG squad, always fun. That'll be a great time in the buildings in town. Get in close and get dirty. I got the free rifle squad, inexperienced, back here, and then we've got at the end we've got a regular double LMG light machine gun squad. They've also got a veteran Maxim machine gun with a gun shield. I think I did a decent job of not killing you guys with my cinematography. Veteran sniper. And then we go over to the second squad. We'll start off with the inexperienced rifle squad. They have a regular medium machine gun with a gun shield again. And then we've got two identical regular LMG squads with one LMG, and then the rest are all rifles. So that is the Soviets. I think it's 14 order dice and around 1,500 points for all that. That's pretty much almost maximized, besides, you know, mortars and anti-tank guns and vehicles. My World War II collection at this time. So more to come on that. I've got more to paint, of course, but just enough to have a nice little game of bolt action. That'll be the Soviet attack force. Germans have 10 order dice and just over, maybe closing in on 1,100 points. They've got a veteran captain with a assistant, a first lieutenant with assistant, and they've got the heart of the unit is two veteran grenadier squads with a mix of assault rifles, SMGs, and an LMG. So yeah, those guys are going to be the hard hitters. They've also got a veteran sniper team. Oh, the Soviets have a medic too. I forgot about that. I got a medic over here. They got an MG42 medium machine gun, and the main part of the force of this platoon is going to be just regular here grenadier squads. 3 of them. I think they're 10-man squads with one LMG, one LMG, and then a bunch of rifles. So that's all they've got. Trying to defend this entire town, but yeah, 10 order dice against 14 order dice, close to 1,100, close to 1,500 points. Germans will be in heavy duty cover. Soviets will be at a disadvantage there, but let's see how it goes. Let's have a little bit of fun, bolt action style. All right, quick few housekeeping items before we start the battle. That direction will be north. This will be like a tributary of the Narva River. The Germans are defending in town. We are playing Bolt Action 2nd Edition. If you're watching this after 3rd edition has come out in the future, yeah, we're not there yet. It's only May 2024 right now. Still using templates for the time being. Not sure if they're going to persist afterwards. And yeah, that's it. We'll go over forces. We'll start from the south and work our way around to the north. Starting down the south side, Russians basically have this town surrounded as they move in. And this is our first squad here. This is the SMG squad, so they're going to want to get in close before anybody can range in on them. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to reach them. There they are. Sliding down the line, we've got our double LMG squad, regular infantry, full squad with their NCO, kind of hiding behind this hill. We've got the senior lieutenant with them up front, Maxim medium machine gun in the trees, got in there first. Russians kind of took up place. This is like dawn attack. They moved in over there overnight. They got their machine guns in place. Inexperienced rifle squad down here, so that should be a good time. That pretty much constitutes the sliding on down the outside of town. Here's the I just banged somebody. Sorry about that. Next up, here's the assault squad. Of course, they're veteran. They're ready to go. Combat medic behind them. The captain is here, and then I can't remember if this is let me look at this again real quick. This could be an LMG squad. I forgot. Sorry, that's the 2nd inexperienced rifle squad. Moving around to the north side of town, you've got the regular LMG squad here behind the trees. They got a Maxim medium machine gun here. Junior lieutenant with them. And then on the far right, we've got another LMG squad, regular, and then veteran sniper team hiding in the trees. And that's the Russian deployment. As you can see, sorry about the zoom in and zooming out, but they have they've got a vice lock on this town as they push in, try to close in on all the way across the whole front. Germans have all their troops inside of buildings. Here we have a regular grenadier squad with an LMG hiding in the stables. They'll be firing out of this door, out of those doors up top, and that side door there. Any other window they can stick gun barrels out of, they'll be there. A second squad of regular infantry, same makeup as this one, is kind of occupying all the church. They'll be shooting out everywhere they can. Falling back into this building here is one of the veteran squads. They've got them holding that building down. This window up top on the second floor of the inn back there, that is where the German medium machine gun is, the MG42. So they're dug in there. In the cookhouse, where's that at? Sorry, I jumped over there. Yeah, sorry, it's in there, right here. The captain with his assistant along with the medic are hiding in there. Got the German sniper is on the second floor of the big manor house, looking out that side window up there. The other veteran pioneer squad, or veteran grenadier squad, I want to say pioneer all the time too, is inside this building occupying all the windows. I'll get a different look from the other side here. I'll go back to that in a minute. We're still on the east side of town. Got a regular grenadier squad in here occupying all the buildings. Here's that building with the veteran squad. They're occupying all those. They're combined so they can move back and forth between there. They've got guys on the first and second floor. And then the top floor, that little window there, that's where the German first lieutenant is. So we've got sniper up there, officer, veteran squad, regular squad, regular squad, regular squad, veteran squad, captain, medic, machine gun. So they've got a full circle. And hopefully, if I remember my military tactics, it'll be a collapsible front as the Russians push into town. If they do, it will continue to contract, and then we'll fall back into the bridge, which, in the words of Saving Private Ryan, they'll call the Alamo. Okay, we'll put the dice in the bag, and we'll start turn one here. I'm freaking pumped up. Haven't played bolt action in a while. I'm ready for this. Alright, it's bolt action time. Yeah, baby. First dice out of the bag. Oh yeah, German time. As the dawn breaks and the sun kind of starts splashing across the battlefield, the Russian medium machine gun team here outside of town becomes visible to the Germans inside of this stable. They kind of start leaning out the windows and they're going to unload. They're going to go ahead and fire. Range is 21 inches. Let's see who can reach that far. Russian medium machine gun team. There's the Germans right there in the stables. Alright, that regular squad has 7 rifles. They have the loader with the LMG and the LMG, and they have a NCO with a submachine gun. So the 7 rifles and the LMG are going to be in range. Maxim is in light cover with a gun shield. I think that gun shield comes in on the save later on though. 3-man team, so they're not a small team yet. But there's going to be a long range, so we're looking at least 5s to hit, 12 shots. It's a veteran medium machine gun team. They're hit 5 times. They get 1 pin immediately. And now we've got 5 chances of, need 6s to kill anybody off on it. Wow, great shooting. 2 guys killed off. Just down to the machine gunner by himself. Desperation morale for that veteran unit to try to stay on the battlefield. You're getting a 9+ to pass a morale check to stay on the battlefield. The senior lieutenant is over 6 inches away from him, so no bonus for that. That's not a 9+. I need actually less than 9. If they roll over 9+, they're toast. Woo, shaking the cobwebs off after not playing bolt action in a while. Okay, that was fun. At least I got to do a lot of fun things that I couldn't remember how to do. So that was a very quick rules reminder on a lot of things. They are on the battlefield. They have one man in that medium machine gun team. They have one pin. And we'll go to the next die. Russian die. All right, for the Soviets, the senior lieutenant, sorry, getting too many S words in there. He did a snap 2. He ordered himself to move forward. He ran 12 inches. The inexperienced rifle squad ran 12 inches, and he ordered the one-man Maxim medium machine gun team to fire with a -1 penalty because they have only one man left. But they got to pass a 1-pin order, but they get the bonus now for the lieutenant being closer. So as long as they don't roll a 12, we're in business here. Let's see if they can pass this order. All right, they lose their pin and they open up with their medium machine gun on the Germans in the barn. All right, 5 shots needing 6s because of their one-man team shooting it into cover. And it's over long range. Actually, I might need 7s at those 9 impossible shots. So this is gonna be real fun. All right, they miss everything. Putting some rounds onto that building. Next die is going to be another Soviet. The Russian double LMG squad advances. They've got 9 rifles, 2 LMGs. So 7 rifles are going to get to shoot and 2 LMGs. Actually, and the NCO has a German assault rifle, so he'll be able to shoot too, hopefully. Range is about 20 inches. Let me double check. 22-inch range. Assault rifle's out of range. Everything's at long range. Plus they advance, so and they're shooting into hard cover. Gonna need 7s. 15 shots. Looking for 6s followed by 6s. 4 possibles, and the Germans dug in the barn. Oh, sorry about your luck. Nothing happens there. Soviet SMG squad on the far south side of the battlefield runs forward 12 inches, staying behind the trees. No one's seeing them right now. Another Soviet die. The other Soviet medium machine gun unloads on the veterans in that building there. Range is 36 inches, so long range and hard cover. We're needing 6s to do anything. 5 shots. No effect from those gentlemen. Germans just know that they're getting shot at, but no pins. German medium machine gun goes on ambush in the top floor of that inn by the bridge. More Soviets. Russian sniper takes aim on the German veterans in that building there, ignoring all cover, just needing a is it just a 3 to hit or 4? Hang on a sec. Yeah, just need a 3 to hit, ignoring cover and range. So he's inside 36. He's gonna try to look for a pin or a kill. All right, putting their heads down. Little pin action. Let's see if somebody's killed. All right, a veteran grenadier with a submachine gun is blown away by the sniper. And they leave 1 pin on the unit. Good job by that sniper. All right. Another Soviet. Russian captain goes snap 2 like a boss, orders that inexperienced rifle squad to run, runs his own guys with his 2 assistants forward, orders the medic to run forward, trying to keep pace with the assault squad who also runs, staying behind the trees. They're moving for that church, baby. Flamethrower time. He's getting heated up. German die. Veteran squad in that building going on ambush. Just gotta wait their time. Next die. Another German die. German veteran first lieutenant runs out of this building, heading behind that one to go inside. He's in range to give a bonus to them. Only thing in range for these guys when they fire, if they pass their pin test, will be their light machine gun. He's going to fire across at the sniper. All right, they're a veteran with a first lieutenant bonus. They need like a not roll a 12. Get rid of their pin and to open up with their light machine gun out of that window. Sniper is a small team in cover at long range, so looking for 6s to hit. 5 shots coming out of that building. Uh-oh, 2 hits, puts 1 pin on the sniper team. They are veteran though. Alright, they do get a 6. They're going to see if they take out the sniper. They will get a desperation morale 2 as one of the guys is wasted. Alright, spotter is killed. Here comes a desperation morale. Oh man, too much emotional damage for that sniper team. They break. They flee from the battlefield. 1 die is removed from the Russian side, and the Germans chalk up their first unit wipeout for this battle. The German die. Germans in the church are going to go on ambush. That's just a regular infantry squad. They got to get ready for that assault team to come bursting through the woods. Russian junior lieutenant does a snap 2, orders this regular LMG squad to move forward into the trees. He follows behind them to give support as they close in on the outskirts of town. Last Soviet die. They run. They shift a little bit to the left, try to gain some cover from these trees as they advance towards town. No point running across the open, especially now without their sniper pin in that veteran squad. With the rest of the dice being German, the German sniper in that building goes on ambush. The German captain and the medic in the cookhouse are just going to go down. No point doing anything exciting. And then the German regular infantry squad in this building are going to fire at this inexperienced rifle squad as they run towards the stone wall. Go and blaze it away outside every window, just hammering down these Soviets. Okay, they got 4 rifles and an LMG on the top floor. They're going to fire over the cover. It's going to be long range. It's like 20-something inches. I'll measure it again to be sure. On the bottom floor, they've SMG's out of range, and they got 2 other rifles, but they're going to fire across this stone wall, so they will get at least cover for that. They're going to be partially covered from that. We got 9 shots hitting on 4 and 2 shots hitting on 5s. Inexperienced squad gets pelted with 5 hits. Not looking good. The captain is here for the morale save, and the medic is within 6 inches, so gonna get a chance to try to keep a couple guys on the battlefield. 4 riflemen are killed. Let's see what the medic can do. Alright, looking for 6s, 4 chances to save somebody. Everyone, if you didn't know, I was a medic with, I was a corpsman with 1st Battalion, 7th Marines. So, even though it's a female medic, always near and dear to the heart. Let's see what we can do. Oh, my girl's a superstar. Just, she's able to bring back 2 people that would have been killed. Only take 2 casualties, not too bad. And that's the end of turn 1. So we've got a Russian SMG squad advancing. Got some fire over here as the Soviets are just kind of moving forward, trying to get to town, get behind some walls and cover before they get smoked down too bad. Medic did an awesome job. Couple casualties over there. These guys are advancing in the trees, just trying to stay alive. And yeah, German veteran squad took a casualty, and we lost the sniper team as the German veteran squad returned fire with their MG42 and smoked the sniper team off the battlefield. At the start of turn 2, the Germans have left their veteran infantry squad in this building on ambush. Their medium machine gun team in that upper window there, they're on ambush, and also the sniper in the top window facing this direction are on ambush. Everyone else's dice are back in the bag. All right, let's start pulling some dice. Soviet time. All right, that Soviet senior lieutenant did a snap 2 order, ran with his own unit, also ran with this what are they called? Inexperienced rifle squad towards the objective, which is that barn. And also, just while I stand up, excuse me, this double LMG squad is also, they only advance though. Everyone else is run. So these guys are going to fire at the barn, hopefully doing some damage. All right, with the range and all the stuff that they got and the advance order, it's all going to need 6s to hit. I think it's 17 shots between the 2 LMGs, 7 rifles, and an assault rifle. The assault rifle is the only weapon that's at long range, but they don't pay the penalty for moving, so it'll all even out with the 6s to hit. Awesome shooting by those guys. 5 hits into the squad, regular squad in the building. Getting suppressed. That's what we wanted to see from these Russians. Nice job, gentlemen. Let's see if anybody dies. They've already got 1 pin already. 4 guys are going to die already. 2 chances for critical hits. A regular German squad loses 4 riflemen. Not at the halfway point yet, so they don't have to take a desperation morale, but that was very effective suppression fire by that by that Russian LMG squad. Strong work. All right, we'll be on to the next die. All right, Soviets keeping this party going. I was getting ready to move. I've already moved this squad, but I'll move them back here in a second. I forgot they have 1 pin. But they're an inexperienced squad, but they were sitting next to a captain before they did that advance order. He's going to do a snap too. Let's see if they pass the order. All right, the Russian captain takes that order dice, does his snap 2 with 3 units, moves up his inexperienced rifle squad to the wall with an advance order. They're going to fire on the church. The captain's own 2 adjutants going to fire their SMGs at the church, and then also the Russian assault squad advanced into the trees and they're going to fire at the church. The German squad in the church had an ambush order. They're going to flick over to fire, and they're going to fire at the assault squad before they can unload. So lots of shooting coming your way, baby. As I choke on my own spit. Oh my gosh. Here we go. I wonder if I'm going to make my saving throw. Germans are going to hammer the assault squad in light cover with 15 shots. Depending on, we got 1 assault rifle, 1 submachine gun, 1 light machine gun, and I think 6 rifles. So it's going to be all over the place for bonuses, a range of 12 inches. This is my first time shooting at a bunch of guys with body armor on, so the +1 for light cover and the +1 for the body armor for the win cuts it down to just 3 hits. They do take a pin. Now they're see if they die as veterans, needing 5s. Ah! 2 of those guys die. Let's see if it's exceptional damage, if they can pick who they want to kill. Flamethrower, looking tasty if they can get them. They just take out 2 guys with with machine guns. Sorry about your luck, or actually submachine guns. Now the Russians firing back at the Germans in hard cover. I'm sure it's going to be 6s. Flamethrower is not in range yet, so he will not be participating in this shoot 'em up. 5 SMGs and a light machine gun open up on the building at 12 inches in hard cover. It looks so good at first, but that hard cover sucks. 2 hits on the gentleman in the church. This is a regular infantry squad. See if needing 4s to kill some people. They've already got 1 pin. Nothing but a pin, baby. Going on to the captain. He's got a pistol, can't reach the target. His 2 assistants both have SMGs at 12 inches. They're going to fire, needing 6s to hit. They raise them up to 2 pins. They got a chance to kill a guy. One of those gentlemen will be dead. Let's see if it's exceptional damage. They'll lose one rifleman out of the church. Now up is the inexperienced rifle squad firing. All right, 9 rifle shots at the hard cover after moving. Let's see what they can do. Looking for 6s, baby. 3 hits. The Germans in the church are up to 3 pins now, which is brutal. Now we're looking for kills for 4s. Another rifleman dies in that from that regular infantry squad. Oh, it's not looking good for those guys. All right, it's time for the next die. What can happen? What will happen? Time for some German stuff. German captain moved up outside of the stables. He did a snap too. Ordered the German medic to run out of the cookhouse too and move up behind the church to offer support to those gentlemen. And the captain's going to use his final snap too to try to get these guys to pass a 1-pin order, giving his bonus for being a captain. Ends up being a net +2 order with the pin. See if they can pass it. They lose the pin and they're going to unload on the inexperienced rifle squad in the trees. They have 3 rifles, an LMG, and an SMG unloading out of the stables into these gentlemen at about 8 inches. Oh, terrible shooting by the Germans. They get 3 hits, they put a pin on them. These guys are inexperienced, so they'll be killing on 3s. They do get 1 kill. They're going for the exceptional damage. Sorry about your luck. They just take out a rifleman. Alright, getting down to the nitty gritty. Another German die. Germans really didn't want that one, to tell you the truth. It's going to stall, and this first lieutenant's going to move along the building. He just advanced along the building. Most of the Germans want to get the Russians a little bit closer here before they start firing. Alright, here we go. Oh, here we go. Russian SMG squad runs up to the edge of the trees. They do have the wheat field in front of them, give them some light cover. That's going to trigger the ambush from this building of the regular Germans. Sorry, this is the veteran German squad. They're going to unload. Germans blast away out of that building at these guys as they close in. They have an assault rifle and a LMG up on the top floor with 2 SMGs. SMGs are out of range, so we'll just get shots from those gentlemen. Let me check the bottom floor. 6 assault rifles on the bottom floor. That's where the boys are, man. Probably screwed up. I should have put the SMGs on the bottom floor. Yeah, there's going to be better cover from the guys shooting at the bottom floor because they have to fire through the wheat field. The boys up top will fire over the top of the wheat field. Just have to deal with the light cover of the trees. Not the best shooting, but they did need 5s and 6s to hit. 1 pin on these gentlemen and 4 chances to kill. These guys are regular. Only 1 machine gunner picked off. Not too bad. If they get in a little closer, they're going to start wasting these guys. Another Russian die. Russians are going to mess with the Germans a little bit, fire their 1-man Maxim machine gun team at the barn. -2, minus, oh gosh. Need a 7 to hit, basically. That guy's chucking bullets down range, but has no effect. Just shooting up the paint job on the barn. Someone's going to be pissed after the war's over. I'm getting down to, I think, about 4 dice left in the bag. Another Russian die. Alright, that guy, junior lieutenant, does a snap too. He runs forward with his 2 boys. Orders the inexperienced rifle squad up to the stone wall for hard cover as they close in on the German defenses, and ordered the Maxim machine gun to fire on the experienced rifle squad in that building. That's what it looks like from the drone feed. Maxim's at long range, needing basically like 7s. Let me double check. No, just 6s. 5 dice. Maxim just sprays the building with bullets. No impact on the Germans that are inside of there. We're down to 2 dice or 3? 3 dice. A couple ambushes. Alright, Germans. Germans in this house are going to fire at these gentlemen here. The bottom floor guys will get the hard cover. Top floor guys will get, we'll give them the soft cover because they're kind of firing down onto them. They've got 4 rifles and a light machine gun up top. Downstairs they got 3 rifles and a light machine gun who's barely in range. Or not a light machine gun, an SMG, excuse me. These guys have been getting some range time as they get 10 hits on that inexperienced squad. This could be brutal. Looking for 3s to kill them. 9 deaths, 4 chances for an exceptional. This could be horrible. Holy cow, that squad is chewed up down to 3 guys, NCO and 2 riflemen. Definitely take a desperation morale check. They do get the bonus from the junior lieutenant being that close. Looking for an 8 or less. They have 1 pin, but they get a +1 from the junior lieutenant right there. Superstars, they make it. That's awesome. Next die. There's like hidden pockets in this bag. It's kind of confusing. German. Experienced squad goes on ambush, waiting for the Russians to make their move. Final die is that Russian LMG squad. They run for the stone wall, get the hard cover. The Germans on the second floor aren't far enough away or aren't close enough to avoid that by shooting over the top. They will get hard cover from that. This will trigger 2 ambushes, them running up here. The German sniper and the veteran infantry squad are going to fire. Sniper going to cut loose first. Crack-a-lackin' shot rings out from the second floor of the big manor house. Looking for a 3 at long range, 36 inches. I'm 90% sure snipers don't pay the penalty for long range shots. I know they can't shoot at the close range, or they can convert over to regular rifles. Get some. Pop goes the weasel, looking for a 4 to kill somebody. Sniper just freaks him out, puts a pin on that squad. Nobody's killed. Here comes the that building's just gonna unload with smoke. Oh, it's hammer time! Here come all the bullets. Russians trying to hide behind this wall. Try to turn into the Maginot Line. See what happens. Lots of bullets. 5 assault rifles and 1 light machine gun unload at these Russians in hard cover. At long range, the 2 SMGs are not going to be in this combat. Everybody's hitting on 6s, no matter what gun they use. 5 hits on those Russians. They're regulars. Looking for 4s to waste them. 2 riflemen are killed, and that ends turn 2. It's getting brutal. Russians will be inside the village here doing their thing. If not this turn, next turn, but the turn after, they're definitely going to be in there. See if the lack of German numbers might be hurting. Yeah, we'll see. Be fun as heck. Loving bolt action. Woo! Pumped up to be back. Heading into turn 3, the Germans have just that MG42 on the second floor of the inn on ambush. Everything else is back in the bag. Speaking of which, let's get the pulling, baby. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, it's not good for the Germans. All right, Soviet captain's going to pull some, do some snap 2. He's going to try to order the assault team to go up to the wall and then attack this building. He's going to order his own unit to advance to the wall and attack the building, and order these guys that are against the wall, if anything's left, to assault. First up, the assault engineers have a 1 pin, but they do get a plus, I think, 3 from the captain, so it'll be a +2 roll on veterans. So they pass their order, they run up to the wall on the advance, and they kick off all their submachine guns, their light machine gun, their flamethrower at the building. Let's see if anything survives to assault. Alright, we've got 7 SMGs, a light machine gun, and a flamethrower, ignoring hard cover. Let's see what happens here. And they are within 6 inches, so yeah. I had 2 dice get stuck in my dice rolling cup when I rolled that, but the Russians get 9 hits plus the flamethrower hits the target. So, let's do the let's do the submachine guns first, and then the light machine gun, then we'll go back and do the flamethrower. Alright, they killed 2 riflemen. The German medic is right there. You can say he's within 6 inches, so he's going to try to bring those 2 back to life again. If he doesn't, these guys will drop down their desperation morale roll. They are up to 4 pins, but the captain is within 12 inches. So let's do the German medic looking for 2 6s. Russian medic girl, much better than the German medic. Oh, sorry, buddy. Now those 2 are removed. We have a 4 pin, but a +3 bonus, so a -1 for a regular morale check. I did roll that, but I forgot. I got to do the flamethrower first, so let's just hold off. This is all happening simultaneously, so ignore that roll. We'll come back to it. Let's do the flamethrower. All right, let's see how many hits the flamethrower gets. All right, 5 hits plus, these are +3 pens, so anything but 1s will kill people off. That kills everybody off except for the NCO and 1 submachine gunner. They get an extra D3 pins. They're up to 7 pins now. Oh, wow. Medic can't do nothing for the barbecue except bring some sauce to the party. And those guys are charbroiled. Now you're looking at the needing a +5 or less to pass this morale test, even with the captain bonus with 7 pins, to survive the horror that has become the church. Too much carnage for that squad as they basically, the last 2 guys flee the battlefield. The Russian inexperienced rifle squad crosses over the wall into the woods. The officer advances up to the wall, and that objective that the Russians pay for themselves on a turn 3 has been achieved. Yay! There's still a medic is behind the building. He's going to have to relocate quick, or he's going to get captured. I've also taken a gray dice out of the bag as the Russians kill off their first German unit. Alright, here we go. Oh, another Russian die. Russians are trying to put this attack behind them as the senior lieutenant does a snap 2. He's going to order this double LMG squad to advance and fire on the barn. He's going to advance his own unit and fire on the barn, and then he's going to do an assault if anything's left, if these guys can pass a 1-pin order. I'll go ahead and knock that out now before I forget. Alright, they passed their order, so if anything's left, they will assault the stables. Alright, 7 rifles, 2 LMGs, and a assault rifle fire at the stables after advancing at 6 inches. Wow, just kill those 1s and 2s. They get 3 hits in hard cover on regular infantry. They do 1 pin on the stables. These guys are regular infantry. 1 rifleman is slain. Now it's time for the senior lieutenant with 2 SMGs, and he's got an SMG too. So 3 SMGs at close range. They score 2 hits, putting another pin on them, taking them up to 2. Let's see if they can kill anybody. Squad is reduced down to 3 guys. The NCO with a light machine gun, and then the LMG and his loader. That's it. Taking the morale test at just -1 because the captain's right there. Doesn't matter, too much emotional damage for those troops as they flee the battlefield, knocking the captain to the ground. As they run past him, heading back to the fatherland. Oh, Sorry about your luck. Russians taking another big objective. Russian inexperienced squad swarms the stables, occupies them. Oh. Germans drop another dice from the dice bag. Oh, that's not good. They've lost two regular infantry squads to the Russians only losing one sniper team. Oh, another one? Are you kidding me? Junior lieutenant's going to snap to try to order this, what's left of this inexperienced rifle squad, to move in and occupy this barn. And he's going to take his own. The second lieutenant's going to move up and occupy behind the wall. He takes his position on the wall. They move into the barn. Germans are getting nervous. They got Russians in the neighborhood. I don't know what that's going to do for their resale value. Probably increase it. All right, here we go, baby. Russians are all about they're advancing everywhere. All the dice are falling in their hands. I don't even know if there's gray dice in the bag. Not going good for the Germans. Here we go, baby. Finally. All right, the Germans have to make a move. This captain does a snap too. He advances, and then he's going to fire his machine gun and his pistol into this building at the inexperienced rifle squad. He moved the medic over in preparation, breaking out the band-aids as these guys are going to come pouring out of the building, and they're going to assault into the stables and try to take it back. Russians will get a chance to shoot at them, but they have to shoot at them when they first start the movement, so they'll get cover. Let's start off with the 3 shots coming off the officer and his submachine gunner at point-blank range through the building. Hits with all 3 shots, putting the all-important pin on the inexperienced rifle squad. That's what he wanted, baby. Let's see if anybody dies. Looking for 3s. Alright, 1 rifleman's killed off. Now the Russian inexperienced squad will do closing fire on the Germans. 8 shots, looking for 6s. These guys come crashing towards them. Sorry, 5s and 6s. No, it was 6s. I forgot. With the pin, it goes up 1 more, so they had a +3 to shoot. Okay, so they get 1 hit. They will put a pin on the Germans as they come in. Chance to kill 1 guy, veteran, needing a 5. Alright, here comes the Germans assaulting out of the building. I think this is simultaneous. I'm going to reread the rules real quick. It's over 6 inches. Let me double check. I was making up stuff in my head there. Okay, so the Germans get to attack. They have 1 pin. They also have to play the +2 for the heavy cover, breaking in against that. So they're going to need, a lot. I think 6s, right? Yep. They're going to need 6s because these guys are inexperienced Russians. The Russians are going to need 5s to attack back against the Germans if anybody survives. The Germans have got a lot of tough fighters. Yeah, and a lot of dice. I also forgot, pins have no effect on close quarters combat, so we 5 and 6 for the Germans, and same for the Russians. All right, the Germans kill 8 of the Russians immediately, and 6 of the tough fighters hit, so 6 of them are going to re-roll again. The entire squad is wiped out except for 1 guy with a pistol, the NCO. He'll get to shoot back. That NCO is just panicking, firing into the walls and the buildings as he's basically overrun and captured and killed. German veterans retake the stables for the fatherland. Oh no! So that's their consolidation move. Even if they were 1 inch, would have been inside there. That's where they're taking cover. They're going in there, and that's when the Russians lose a die. Another German dice. The Germans are going with what works. First lieutenant moves up outside the barn. They're going to spray in the windows, and then the regular German squad is going to assault into that building and try to wipe out those 3 inexperienced riflemen. Alright, they fire through, getting 1 hit. Let's see if they kill anybody. They're inexperienced. Kills a rifleman, just leaving a rifleman and the NCO left. I have to double check if these guys can even react to these guys. They're close enough, and these guys have already, the Russians have already moved, so I don't think they can. We're just going to get a straight up assault from the Germans. All right, here comes the Germans attacking. Looking for 5s and 6s. Germans wipe out the Soviets, occupy the barn with their consolidation move, and Russians lose another die out of the bag. They're down to 3 losses now. The Germans have 2. Getting pretty brutal. I love it. Russian SMG squad is going to advance into this wheat field. They're going to try to take pop shots at the German captain and kill him off. German medium machine gun in this building at long range is going to open up their ambush and fire on the MMG squad in light cover at long range. I think. Let me double check their inches. But first of all, the squad's got to pass a 1-pin order. They're regular infantry. Oh no, they fail and go down. German MMG is going to retract their ambush springing and stay on ambush. So they're stuck right there. We'll go on to the next dice. German sniper going to fire from the 2nd floor of the book depository at the at the Russian infantry against this wall. Ignoring cover, needing a 3. And excuse me, that was a repository, not a depository. Big difference there for all you librarians. Sniper hits, looking for a 4 to take somebody out. Fails to kill anybody. Does increase their pins to 3 now. So that LMG squad is dealing with 3 pins behind the stone wall. Alright. Soviet die. Soviet medium machine gun with a 1-man crew just goes down. They can't fire. It's too much of their own stuff in the way. I can't remember how far they can move with a medium machine gun with one guy. Probably half or something like that. Another German die. Veteran squad in those buildings goes on ambush, waiting for the Soviets to come over the top. Soviets are going to stall and try to rally, get rid of those 3 pins if they can, and wait for some of the forces from over there to penetrate into town and open up this side. If they go out there in the open, it's against this veteran squad. They're going to get sliced and diced. They're quite content hiding behind this stone wall. They actually passed that order. Let's see how many pins they lose. They are pin free. And I think the last dice will be this medium machine gun, which will fire on those Germans in there and try to put some pins on them at long range. It's needing 6s. They spray the building, no effect. Alright, that ends that turn. Awesome turn. Nice. Alright. Getting, oh yeah, it's just loving the close quarter stuff. Stables going back and forth from each side. Lots of bodies in there. High chance of some kind of infectious outbreak. We better be doing some hand hygiene in there. Falling back on my nursing. Oh gosh. Hopefully get a cleanup crew in there at some point after the battle and have a little bonfire. And that'll be it. We'll see you in the next turn. Alright, starting off turn 4. Germans got 2 units on ambush. They got the medium machine gun and the veteran squad over in that building. Just a little recap there. And let's pull a die. And it's a Soviet. Soviets advance their assault squad on the stables, kicking off their flamethrowers and their SMGs, trying to wear out that veteran infantry squad inside of that building. Flamethrower needs a 4. The 7 SMGs need 5s and 6s, and the 4 shots from the LMG need 6s. Holy cow, absolutely atrocious. Just 1 hit from one of the SMGs. At least they'll get a pin on them. They'll go up to 2 pins. Needing a 5 to kill somebody in that building. 1 submachine gun trooper is killed in that building. And that's it for that. That's pretty That was sad. Very sad about the flamethrower. The Germans in there were completely ecstatic about it, though. All right, next die. All right, German stuff. All right, the German captain does a snap 2 order. He orders him. He advances into the building. He's going to fire his guy and himself at the assault engineers. He also ordered the medic to advance into the building, and then he's going to order the assault engineer. The veteran grenadiers to assault out of the building into the assault engineers that have already fired. So a lot of grenadiers and being mentioned in that sentence. Way too many. Let's see if they can pass the 2-pin order first, but it's actually just a -1 pin order. All right, the veterans passed their order. They dropped down to 1 pin. Now the captain's got his pistol, and he's got a guy with an SMG with him. They're going to fire 3 shots at 6 inches at these guys. 1 pistol and 1 SMG hit the assault engineers. Sorry, I was having like a moment there. They'll need 5s to see if they kill anybody, but they did put a pin on them. They get a chance for an exceptional on killing 1 guy. They just kill one of the submachine gunners and leave them with 1 pin. Oh, here come the veteran grenadiers coming out of that building, storming the assault engineers. Let's see if they can hold up to this kind of firepower. 7 tough fighters, 1 rifle and 1 LMG firing at these assault engineers. Needing, oh gosh, just needing 5s because they're veterans, right? 7 kills, 6 of which were tough fighters. They're going to re-roll 6 die. Assault engineers only had 8 guys. They reconsolidate inside the barn. Oh, jumped out, wiped them out, jumped back in. That's rough. All right, time for the next dice. Oh yes, it's Soviet time. It's going to take this SMG squad to break these guys. They're going to try to pass a 1-pin order. Soviet SMG squad will advance and fire onto the veteran squad in the stables. Second they start moving, this SMG is going to kick off its ambush and fire at them. MG42 only scores 1 hit on that regular SMG squad, causing 1 pin. See if they kill anybody. They get 1 pin and 1 dead. Now they're going to fire into the building with like 1,000,000 bullets. But where they need... Oh, they're within 6 inches, so that's not bad. It goes down to... They need 5s or 6s to hit. Check that. 4 5s or 6s. No, it was 5s or 6s. I forgot they have a pin. So that could have saved some people's lives here. Alright, 6 hits, up to 2 pins now. Let's see if anybody's killed. They're veterans, needing 5s. One guy is killed. Chance for exceptional damage. The medic is in the building as a SMG guy will get killed, but the medic will try to save him, needing a 6. German medic is on the struggle bus, not bringing anybody back to life. I'm not going to hire this guy. Alright, let's take that SMG out. There we go. Alright, sorry about my cinematography there. Just taking a dude out. Oh! Alright, next die. More Soviet stuff. Senior lieutenant is going to fire his 2 SMGs and his pistol into the building. Try to put another pin on these guys. And then these gentlemen are going to assault and try to take it back again for the Soviets. Germans are up to 3 pins as they take some machine gun rounds from that officer and his assistants. Alright, needing a 5 and 6 to kill somebody. Oh, here they go, storming the objective. Let's see what happens. These guys are dug in, so the Russians are looking for 6s. They got 1 tough fighter. Holy cow, they must have tripped going over the fences and stuff. They don't do a single casualty on the way in. Germans coming out to meet him with the bayonets and the knives and the hand grenades and the bullets. Germans looking for force to repulse the Russians. They get 10 kills plus, I think they had like 6 tough fighter hits. So, yeah, they destroy the Russians. Oh man, that was a horrible attack. Russians losing order dice out of the bag. Not looking good. They're starting to break a little bit here. Oh, see how the rest of this turn goes. More Russian stuff. Russians are making a blitz for the bridge as they run into town. I don't know if the Germans have an answer for this one. They brought the medic and the captain with them. They're coming down Main Street. Not looking good. Officer over there is like, wait a minute. If they get to the bridge, they win the game. German stuff. German sniper team relocates in the building. That's their move. Trying to get an angle on the Russians. Russian time. Russian officer advances over the wall. He can't reach the target, but his 2 SMGs will open up on the German first lieutenant and his adjutant. 3 hits, putting a pin on him, killing on 5s. Killed 1 guy in that small team. Let's see if it's exceptional damage. Desperation morale for those guys. They have to get over an 11. Officers alone in the street. Sorry about your luck, baby. Alright, next die. German dice. German officer is going to try to pass a 1-pin order for himself to fire at these guys with his pistol. And then these guys are going to assault out of the building into these gentlemen. He passes, looking for a 4 to hit. These guys are regular, so killing on a 4. Russian officers pointing off to the right. It's like, dude, why are you shooting at those guys? Here come these dudes. Here comes the execution squad busting out of the building. They're going to try to smoke these 3 fools. Germans looking for 4s to eviscerate these guys with 2 tough fighters. They get a 1d6 consolidation move. They start moving off after the Russians that are going down Main Street. Russian. Medium machine guns going to fire 5 shots at needing 6s on these guys in hard cover. This team's going to need some range time. They missed again. Another Russian died. The other medium machine gun's going to fire. They're going to need 6s to hit that squad in the building there. Oh, they also miss. No good. And the last die is a Russian die. These guys got to go for it. They're going to run. I went ahead and pre-measured. These guys can make it to the bridge on turn 6, but they have to survive this ambush fire. 5 assault rifles, 2 SMGs, and an LMG firing at these guys at about 7 inches. They start off with 10 hits and a pin from those gentlemen in the buildings. Oh no, needing 4s. 7 kills, 4 6s, that's never good. Oh, kills the SMG, kills the NCO. They got a -2 desperation morale roll to make. Not good. Needing a 7 or less. Oh, they fracture and die. Yeah, these guys could maybe get 1 more forward. These guys would run out there. They'd kill them the next turn. These guys would also be putting bullets into them. This would be a great fight here. I wouldn't mind doing it, but tactically, Russians would be pulling back, and we're going to have another assault on this town. We're going to bring in more support weapons, mortars, more tanks, and I think James is coming over in 2 days, and we're going to go crazy and finish it up. But yeah, they just got wasted. Germans got some lucky dice rolls. It looked like it was going all Russian there for a minute, and then I think the assault team missing everything with the flamethrower, that was ridiculous. And with all those SMGs, they got like one hit, and they didn't even think they killed a guy. The medic almost brought him back to life. That would have been a whole different battle. If those guys would have died, SMGs could have gone straight into town. Probably killed everybody in that building first. And these guys, this side would have been rough. I would have held off. I wouldn't have been in such a desperate move. I just would have just fired or something like that at these guys and just try to pin them in place. And that would have allowed these guys to get to the bridge. All right, well, awesome to play bolt action. Quick little game. Blast as always, and we'll be right back. And I'll get you 2 games this week, so I'll have another one done hopefully Friday. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. If I don't talk to you before then, but I think I will. And we'll see you soon.